Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today is just a Blondiechu. I know, we're all wondering where Glompo is. Glompo is in a corner because he doesn't know anything about Pokemon, so he stays in the corner. So, let's talk. Glompo, I know you want to be here. It's okay. Just stay in your corner.
Oh, I'll stay hidden, just quiet and...
You're just staying in your corner, Glompo. You don't know anything about this. I'll do the same for your videos in the future. Okay, everybody, so what I wanted to talk about is something close to my heart. As you know from talks from our previous videos about our childhood and growing up in the games that we love to play. For me, one of them was a big one was Pokemon. As you all remember from that one, what started me on the game was Pokemon Black and White. Now, I have since played a lot of the Pokemon games. And while I haven't been able to go back to, the older versions, I still do watch and learn from them. But what I want to talk about is the decline of the Pokemon games. Glompo, please look away. So, everybody, I'm sure you also noticed, latest Pokemon game that came out was Pokemon ZA. And we are all heavily disappointed. No, I have not played the game yet, as I am poor. Broke. Thankfully not homeless, but broke. With Glompo. Stay in your corner. But I have played, the latest, which before that was Scarlet and Violet. I have Violet, because that was the one I could afford. Now, to the topic of the latest Pokemon ZA, and a lot of the comments I've seen from people, they have stopped entirely with texture, that you can't go into the buildings. And I remember with, I think it was Black and White, or X and Y. No, I think it was X and Y. We could go inside all the buildings. It's even further back, we could go in all the buildings. We could talk to all the NPCs and everything. And even as the generations grew, we still had good textures. We had great models of buildings, characters, people. Then they started making it more open world. And I think that's where they started going for their downfall. Because while we enjoyed the open world, I kind of miss where we had a little pathway and we had our little town and everything. And yeah, I wish I could jump over the freaking fences and then go terrorize their bushes or something. But we can't do that. But now we can do that. And I kind of miss the grass mechanics, because it was kind of nice having a mystery. You didn't know what you were running into. Now you know exactly what you're running into. And shiny hunting has become a bit of a easier-ish thing. I feel like this generation has an easier time finding shiny Pokemon, which is really frustrating considering all that everyone else had to do for that. And now you can even... Apparently in ZA now you get a little peppermint or something and you can change the whole nature, which is very unfair for people growing up. They had to literally hunt for that. And so back to the kind of topic. So Pokemon's been going for a big downfall lately. And I honestly noticed it kind of started happening after Ash left from the main series. And they started Horizons, which was a new one, and I didn't mind that, but that kind of what started Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And open world was already a thing they started in their games in Sword and Shield, where they had areas where it was a big exploring, but then you still had the towns and stuff where you had your minimal. So now everyone was enjoying the open world, some people weren't. Legends Arceus made a big open world. Some people were complaining it was a bit too open, and I also would kind of get annoyed with how stuck I would get somewhere. And with Pokemon Legends ZA, you're literally in just one city that was literally one city in X and Y. Basically, it's just the one city, and they didn't even put in the effort to model all the buildings. And that shit is like $1,000 to $2,000 for us in South Africa. It's a lot of money, people. But for all that money, we're getting these buildings that are literally like wallpaper. And I don't want to sit running around the town, then you notice the wallpaper. You're not going to unnotice wallpaper buildings. They're going to bug you the rest of the time you're running around the whole city. Also, you can't go into buildings anymore. You can't go chat up with the people in the buildings. I think the most I've seen with chatting with people, the most positive thing is the people are laughing at all the comments now being made by all the NPCs saying like they just want to shake their Pokeball when they're very mad at their partner or something like this. Just the funny, mean, really depressing comments that we just found funny because you wouldn't see that in a Pokemon game for children. And like there's not a lot, like I haven't really seen a lot going on for a place that literally just takes place in a city. Like you're stuck in a city. Yeah, they made wild zones, but it's still a bit weird. Like we're used to this kind of, we're exploring the region, and I used to love that, especially like Black and White and onwards. I loved that when a whole new series of Pokemon came out, like you had Black and White, you had Alpha Sapphire, and when they would make the series, they would make like a whole new campaign of Pokemon for that region until Ash started exploring places a bit more, and now every type of Pokemon's in that region. But like before, it was like, this is your set, these are the Pokemon that are in this region that you can find. And I miss that because nowadays you go into a place and it's like you have a whole variety of Pokemon, but you also have some Pokemon that they've made for that region, but now you have also your old favorites, which makes you not as inclined to go explore and catch these new Pokemon and learn all their names as much, or their moves, fight with them, bond with that new gen of Pokemon. Instead, you're going and looking for your old gen because that's your dream team. I don't want to work with that thing that's not my dream team kind of mentality. So, I gotta say, I really missed that. I think it was the same with Sun and Moon. They also, what was in that region was there, but also they slowly brought in some outer region Pokemon, but it's okay to bring in some. But make the whole region where you're playing like mostly that Pokemon's new region. And while we're talking about Pokemon of a region, like lately it just feels like they're getting lazy with some of the Pokemon. I mean, we literally have a freaking pink flamingo that's I think called something like Flamingo. And it's kind of, they've had it before, but it feels like it's just getting worse with how lazy they're being. I mean, with ZA, we've seen some of the new Mega Evolutions, and they honestly look freaking disgusting and pathetic to what they could have done. Mega Totodile's Mega Evolution Alligator. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. He is my favorite Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. I really like that Pokemon, but I can't think of his proper name right now because I usually nickname them. His Mega Evolution literally looks like he has a cape that won't go down at the back of his head. So artists actually went and did a picture of if that Mega Evolution, the Totodile head went down instead of staying up, like his hat just flew off his head and is hanging by a string. Offbeat, I'm sorry. But yeah, like if it doesn't look like it was a hat flying off on a string, it would have looked much better. Like most of the Mega Evolutions quite lazy. I don't know what they were doing. I just think they were just like, Megas, send it out, work on the next. And then some of them look absolutely amazing. Like they put time and effort into the details, and then it's like, okay, now you need to do this one too. And it's like, but I don't want to. I mean, star me, star you. Can't remember which one's the evolution. Didn't really care about the star thing. He just gained long legs.
There's nothing special.
He just became at this point he just became literally a meme because he has star legs. And they're giving him those like long girl legs
I
with like
remember
a...
seeing the clips of it online, people making fun of it.
Exactly. So yeah, like a lot of the Mega Evolutions have become a whole freaking meme. I mean, I think my most favorite thing to come out of it is Dragonite got a Mega Evolution because he is one of my favorites. I would like to see a Zoroark. I'd love to see Zoroark get a Mega Evolution because she's also one of my favorites. Well, Zorua is. And since Zoroark is an evolved version, I would like to see its Mega Evolution. But yeah, I feel like once Scarlet and Violet Sword and Shield kind of hit, it started going a bit downhill. Because it's kind of taken most of the wonder out of it. I don't know, you guys can also put in the comments where you felt like it kind of started losing its luster. Like, I don't know, you also, like I say, ZA kind of shows where they've kind of just taken detail out. And I know some people have been defending it, saying like, they enjoy the mechanics of the game. But the thing is, like, you'll get people like me, once we see that wallpaper thing, or the details that they've taken out, and like they're just being lazy with the textures, it's not going to go away. You're just going to be there frustrated and annoyed because it's going to keep catching your eyes. Same with like you can't go into buildings and everything, and like that was like an amazing feature growing up. It's just you could run into a building and talk to all the NPCs, run up the stairs. I think there was even like a ghost in that city in one of the buildings that you could run into, this weird ghost lady. But like I said, guys, like it's kind of, I just wanted to rant a little about stuff going on with the Pokemon games. How much stuff you guys noticed. I'm curious what you guys noticed. Please comment down below, like stuff you've noticed going down game-wise in recent games to maybe some older ones. But for me, like the older versions have a bit more going on in them. I honestly also would love them to bring back Pokemon Rangers. I don't know how much of you all love or notice it. If you go watch Jaden Animation, she has played one of them. I think it was one of the ones I really liked that I didn't own, but I played at a friend's house. But yeah, Pokemon Rangers definitely needs a reboot. They really need to bring that back. Now, I love that they still keep with the original stories at least, but if they could just bring back Pokemon Rangers. I love Pokepark where you could play as a Pokemon. That was also quite fun to play. I think that would be a great addition to the Switch, is Pokepark. What games do you guys think in the Pokemon series they should bring back and either like remake it so it can come on the Switch and be a bit newer, or they should bring back a whole story but include like Pokemon Rangers, a whole new story with Pokemon Rangers? Like, I know a lot of people have been wanting a Pokemon game where you play as the villain. That also has been very much requested, but I haven't seen Pokemon ever really acknowledge it or care. But Pokemon Rangers was a big thing for them, so I really would like that to come back. Pokemon Dungeons did get a newer one, but it's old at this point, so I don't know if they're going to bring back a new one. But I'm curious to hear if you guys know anything about that or would like anything like that. I would like some reboots of the other Pokemon Dungeons games. I really like them. Especially bring back some of the 3DX games so we can play them on Switch now. I would love Pokemon Black and White on my Switch. I would love X and Y on my Switch. I would love lots of the dungeon games, a lot of the ranger games. I would love to just replay them on Switch. I honestly think they could make a lot of money just bringing them and changing them up so they could work on Switch. It worked for Nintendo. Switch is Nintendo. It can work. Just put it on the store. You're going to see it go out like crazy. As long as you advertise beforehand, or else no one's going to know it's freaking there. But yeah, guys, I think I have rambled on about most of the stuff I can think of off the top of my head. Declining of graphics with Pokemon. I know some people have complained a bit about stories. There has been complaints about facial features because they don't show enough expression. But I haven't played the latest game, which is ZA, so they might have improved it. I don't know. Legends Arceus I haven't fully played through. I have had it for a while. I've just been lazy. It's a very big exploring game. I've really just been lazy with it. But yeah, guys, I would like to hear more of your opinions. Before I go out, I will say one last thing. Pokemon Go, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. One of their best works. That actually would have worked better with the open world because they need to bring back the mechanic that they did there where you could ride any one of your Pokemon. They had the animations, everything. I love that I could travel. I love that I could travel on my Pokemon. That is something that has to be brought back, guys. That is what Nintendo... Like, just pieces. We all need to, like, come and make them see the pieces. Put it together. It can work. I know they are working on other games. But if we could just bring back some of those mechanics, it would be better. It could work better. But yeah, everyone. I've talked about all the topics and stuff I could think of, mostly off the top of my head. So please be kind. I'm thinking off of, like, 2 brain cells half the time. So please, would you please like and subscribe and comment down below any comments you have about the Pokemon series, games. I love both of them. They're all the same to me, except in the games you're your own character. But if you have any comments down below about anything happening, any of your feelings about the Pokemon games or stuff or glitches or anything going on in the Pokemon games or series, please comment down below. And we will see you in another video. Bye!